Hi, my name is Shankar Subramaniam Iyer. I am a researcher at SP Jain School of Global Management. The current topic I would like to present is on vocational skills and recognition of prior learning and technology on the future of education. So technology as related to emerging technologies, and in particular blockchain, which is the buzzword these days. Okay. The purpose of this paper is to investigate the relationship between vocational skills, recognition of prior learning, and new technologies with future employability. So the whole gamut of uh, this paper is to look at the various reasons which has led to this uh, situation. So the current situation is there is lack of employment opportunities, basically for the various courses, let it be any domain. So unemployment rates have been increasing across all the economies due to various reasons, maybe partly to COVID, but otherwise in the last 3-4 years, because of change in technology and the skills and the competencies which have not been imparted to the learner, or the learner doesn't have these skills. So that's been a major drawback in the various academic institutions which have been imparting this. So the changing skill and competency needs of the industry, the failure of academics to adapt to the industrial needs. So Industrial Revolution 4 and then subsequently 5, these have not been taken as part of the curriculum by the academics. Somehow the academic sector has been left behind in getting the required numbers which are needed for the industry. So we have a lot of learners going in a particular direction. I mean, offered by the various curriculum of the academic sector, like engineering or let it be management. But then these are not the skills and competencies which the industry is looking at currently. So therefore, there's a major mismatch. So this has led to the lack of employment opportunities. And then because of this mismatch, the cost of education, the time saved, and the focus on the skills needed has been huge. I mean, so learners and the parents take loans to go through these courses, and which are heavily subsidized scholarship. Despite this, the high costs are very high, and this is left to even defaults in most of the cases of the bank loans. New emerging technologies are more practical oriented, so it's more on hands-on kind of a technology skill and competency which is required. So which is more less on theoretical basis or as applied to the academics. So there is a total shift which needs to happen to the student-centric education system from the university-centric old system we are still in. So from the various literature reviews and study of research papers, scholarly papers of various journals, we are arrived at a research framework which would be of interest to this research. So we look at the research framework, the usefulness of vocational skills, uh, recognition of prior learning, and technology for future employability. So the three are vocational skills education and training, using recognition of prior learning for education, and the new technology. The problems: can the vocational skills enhance employability and employment opportunities? How can recognition of prior knowledge or prior learning used to enhance certification and customize course enrollment processes? In terms of technology, are the new technologies transforming education for betterment? So what are the objectives? So align the vocational education to impart skills and competencies for employment, RPL can be basis of making customized curriculum for vocational training, learning for future employment, new technologies to be used and customized for student learning, for teaching, and for environment building. The solutions encourage vocational education institutes and universities and emphasize on the vocational skills and competencies. RPL, that is recognition of prior learning credits, to be used and encouraged for customized curriculum and on workplace experience. New technologies to be used predominantly for all vocational education system. So new technologies can be in terms of blockchain for recording the various certifications, various skills, competencies, and activities on a permanent basis, tamper-proof. Then we have the learning environment can be enhanced by using virtual reality, machine learning stimulations can be worked out for various situations, and then various users cases for using this emerging technologies will be of interest for any researcher. So if we look at the research framework, so putting all this hypothesis in place, so vocational skills education and training using the RPL, that is recognition of prior learning for education, and new technologies will lead to future employability skills for the learners, and which in place will lead to future employment prospects. So if you look at the various constraints which go into each of these, so vocational skills and training factors, the industrial involvement, how the industry is able to be a major contributor, the workplace experiences which can be offered, changing industrial trends to be inculcated in the curriculum, then changing environment of postal, like the forced COVID situation, for example, or using technology for various purposes. So use of RPL for education factors, prior knowledge, prior learning, prior skills, prior experiences to be given credits, so that so much so the future can be customized. The future curriculum can be customized for the learner. So new emerging technologies which can be factored in. So the perceived usefulness of these technologies, the technology acceptance, the user mindset, user behavior, outreach to customers, these are the constraints. Then future employment skill factors, there's the industrial interface, which is very important and which not very happening, but then these days it's already started. So changing industry needs, organization changing trends, change management. And then you have the future employment prospect objectives, better jobs, better salaries, stable market, job market, economic growth, and reduced employment rates. So these are the constraints which go into the future employment prospects. So this is the research framework. So vocational skills education and training have significant relationship to future employability. This is hypothesis one. The use of recognition of prior learning has a very significant relationship to future employability. The new technology has a very significant relationship to the future employability. Then H4, the future employability skills are mediated between vocational skills, recognition of prior learning, and new technology, and shown a very significant relationship to future employability. Okay, so the whole methodology of the research has been secondary research, that is identifying the independent and dependent variables, and also using informal discussions with the experts in education and technology, emerging technologies more so, and see which are the constraints which will define the independent and the dependent variables. Then also the qualitative primary research, interviews with 12 education experts were recorded and transcripts to arrive and confirm the research framework, relationship between the constraints. Then quantitative primary research, pilot study survey and interviews are made with 30 respondents. Then finally, the online questionnaire sample of 385 responses across 6 countries, India, Australia, Malaysia, Singapore, Pakistan, and UAE, has been the main contributor to all the constraints and the findings of this, the data collection of this research. So when we came out with the data collection and put them on the ADANCO software, the software that is a PLS, partial least square system. Okay, so we've seen that 95 graduate and above graduates where the participants were 95% graduates and above from the education technology field across 6 countries, which we already identified earlier. The constant reliability was well over 0.7, so indicated by the Cronbach alpha values for all the constraints, and also the gyroscope rho, the PC values were above 0.8, and that's why it means that this research was significant and reliable for internal consistency reliability. So P and T values were well within the limits. All two-sided P values were within 0.002 and T values were well over 5.00. So that means that all the constraints and all the correlations were very significant and positive. And part coefficients are significant and marked III, that's the output from the ADANCO. The R squared was very high, so 66.7% of the relationships show positive correlations between the constraints have been explained satisfactorily, which is considered pretty good statistically. So this was the basis of the findings and the conclusions we have drawn. So this is the in short the whole framework. Vocational skills education and training, so which has a beta value of 0.4384 and T value of 7.7617, that is much higher than the 5 threshold. Then using RPL for education and how it's related to positively the future employability skills is confirmed by beta value of 0.2614 and T is well over 5. Similarly, new technology, how it's correlated to future employability skills. Beta is 0.2317 and T is 5.92. So which is well over 5.00. So it's positive correlation and also significant. And then the mediator is the future employability skills, which has led to the future employment prospects. So beta value of 0.8167 and T is 27.5652. So this explains the impacts, and also all the constraints are well related positively towards the future employment prospects and mediated by the future employability skills. So conceptual model is valid and reliable as per the ADANCO tests. The relationship between the constraints are valid and significant. The model can be used for future research studies. Then manageable decision in education can be taken using this model. Added to the primary data availability on stakeholders' perspective and their changing roles, responsibilities in the modern education has been talked of. The objective of the research has been met to suggest and confirm the relationship between vocational skills, recognition of prior learning and new technologies with the future employability using partial least square structural equation model, integrating existing theory of experiential learning, knowledge and skills-based learning, and problem-based learning, and the project-based learning and build on them. So this has been the contribution on the originality factors for this study. So this is the whole research summarized to you. And now we are open for questions.